Looking across the internet at eBay, classic car sites, we found this particular Citroen 2CV. We liked the look of it. We loved the colour combination of the dolly, and we started to discuss an agreeable price with the seller. After agreeing what price that the seller would accept, we thought, okay, time to go and actually have a look at this car and see if it's the one that we want. When I arrived to view the car, it looked in pretty good condition. Yes, there was some rust bubbles here and there, particularly on the rear panel. Also bits on the bumper and little bubbles on the rear quarter panel. There's also some bubbles on the vent flap and some rust in the spare wheel well in the boot. Fast forward to August the 31st, 2018, and our Citroen 2CV arrives on the back of a transporter to Peak 2CV in Wirksworth in Derbyshire, as we elected to use Jonathan and his services at Peak 2CV to get our car up to a very good standard mechanically, and to let me know any other works that he felt needed to be done. So whilst at Peak 2CV, we had a lot of stuff done to our Dotty. We'll call her Dotty now because that's what we've christened her. In the list of works we had done included a new roof because the old one was very worn and ripped, new headlights, all new wheels, new bumpers, new tyres, new front grille, new vent flap, and a full service, which included all filters, gearbox oil, new electronic 123 ignition, the works. Jonathan had indicated that there was some work that needed to be done, including the near side floor pan and sill, and we agreed that we would consider getting those items done during 2019. So the question is, folks, how could a Citroen 2CV that looked so shiny, albeit with a few little minor rust bubbles, need so much work and so much money spending on it? Well, like with many old classic cars, the Citroen 2CV seems particularly good at hiding faults. So in photographs, Dotty looked absolutely fantastic. On camera and on video, she looked great. People would leave positive comments under our videos, which was nice to read. And probably the same people were very shocked when they realised the amount of work that we were going to have done to Dotty. But as we will see, 2CVs are so good at hiding their faults that if you're considering buying a Citroen 2CV of your own, you need to consider this carefully. So when you look at how a Citroen 2CV is constructed, there are a number of panels that have overlapping steel. For example, there is a joint between the seat base box section and the rear boot floor. This consists of 3 sheets of steel with some overlap sections. There are panels that are folded around other panels. As an example, the A panel that sits between the front door and the wing, the edge of this panel is folded around the flange on the lower bulkhead. Folds like this can hide rust issues, and you're not going to be aware of them until it's too late and it's coming through the panel. There are a whole lot of pieces that make up a body shell to a Citroen 2CV. You've got the screen surround, the vent surround, bonnet hinges, roof cross member, upper bulkhead panel, the B-posts, lower bulkhead panels, the toe board, the A panels. You have floor panels, a heel board, a rear seat panel, the boot floor, the body sides, and the rear light panel. Luckily, you can still purchase complete body sides from ECAS. I'll leave links in the description below. So looking around Dotty, what did we have done and what didn't we have done? Well, starting from the front, we had the headlamp cones repainted. We had new wheels. We haven't done anything with the front wings because they are very expensive items and thankfully they're in good condition. We didn't have the A panel done or the doors. I think when we look in the boot of Dotty, the majority of the work that we've had done is clearly visible here when we look at pictures of how it used to look and how it looks now. This rear panel in particular looks absolutely lovely now, of course, because it's brand new and it's got a nice thick coat of paint on it. Again, these panels, very common areas to rust. And then as we move into the boot area, this particular panel where the spare wheel sits was particularly bad. On the surface, it looked like, yes, there were some rust bubbles. Unfortunately, when you cracked the paint off those rust bubbles, you realised that it was hiding a lot more work to be done, to the point where it needed a complete new panel. But as you can see, that looks absolutely lovely now. And again, that's another common area for 2CVs to rust. There aren't many areas on a 2CV that aren't common for rust. We had new rear wings fitted. Again, there were bubbles on the old wings, and it was deemed beneficial to replace them completely rather than try to rework them. So as you can see, they look absolutely lovely. We had a new rear quarter panels, which made up part of the body shell. And if we take a look under Dotty, we can see it's had all new floors and sills. It's looking rather splendid, and more importantly, rather solid and safe compared to how she was before. If we look inside Dotty, again, you'll see the floors nice, new and solid. Again, they didn't look too bad before they were done, but they were hiding a lot of issues. And for the dashboard, we've had new felt fitted across the glove box area and underneath the glove box area, just to finish Dotty off quite nicely. My advice, folks, if I was going to purchase a 2CV again, I would hire a specialist like Jonathan to go and find me a vehicle. That's one of the services that Jonathan at Peak 2CV offers, is he will go and source a vehicle for you. He obviously knows exactly what he's looking for. I quite obviously do not know what to look for, although I hope this video has helped you a little to show you just what a 2CV can be hiding underneath the skin, no matter how pretty the car may look. Please think of what you've seen on this video today, particularly the images of how Dotty looked when we bought her and what she was actually hiding underneath the skin. Go find that car of your dreams. They're absolutely fantastic to own.